What it do, y'all? It's your girl Makeup and Travel, and for today's video your girl is here to bring you another video in her must-have must-gag. This is my series that I created inspired by Samantha March's Will I Buy It series. I always have her series linked down below, as well as the community playlist. I am a member of that community playlist, so if you would like to look for any other creator that publishes on that playlist, that will be linked down below as well. Down below, in addition to all of those things, I always have the items listed and linked, as well as information on my makeup look. Today I did not film it. I just needed to put some makeup on, so I just did. I will have what is on my face down below. I also always have like my social medias linked, and then anything else that like I get like credit for giving you guys information about. I don't know how to explain it. Anyways, just feel free to look down below. I don't have much time left on my memory card, and I also don't have very many things to generally talk about. I feel as though it has been pretty quiet. It has been 2 weeks since my last one, which is crazy because I feel like I just did one of these, but that was because I did my wish list. Some of the items that are in my wish list will be referenced today, and hopefully I will remember to link that up in the cards. That's my most recent video. In addition to the eyeshadow palette that I have on my eyes, both of them were from another video, which I will have linked up below. I keep saying up below. Up in the cards and hopefully down below in case you're interested. Other than that, I think that's it. I am filming this on Sunday night. It is now 7:44. I'm doing that because I just got back from New York. I went to celebrate my aunt's birthday with her and my mom, so I just got back. I think that's it for real. Let's get into it. So I'm gonna scoot over. Hopefully my camera is still focused. Your girl never knows. I can't see. Don't have my glasses on. I will have the photos pop up on the screen. First thing I want to talk about is Bretman Rock is doing a collaboration with Wet n Wild. I think it's cool that he's doing a collaboration with Wet n Wild. I love that Wet n Wild is expanding their creators, that they're actually giving some credit to. In this collaboration, you have an eyeshadow palette, makeup brushes, and a duo highlighter. I believe that's all that's in there. The eyeshadow brushes look okay. For me, I have way too many brushes. I need to wash my brushes, so your girl is good on that. As for the eyeshadow palette, I think it's cute. I like that there is a lot more color in there than there are neutral colors, but overall it's just not something that is going to force me to really want or to want to purchase currently, even during my no buy. So it is a no on that. Shuamura is launching their spring collection, and it looks like they have some blushes, some lip products, and 2 eyeshadow palettes. Both of the eyeshadow palettes are very neutral. One has like a little yellow and like a maybe like a peachy color. The other one looks to have literally 1 lavender and the rest are browns. You guys know that is definitely not enough color for me, as you can see by my eyeshadow look today. Your girl loves color, so no. The blushes actually don't look half bad, but they don't look like they would actually work on my complexion. I need a darker peach, a darker pink to actually work on my complexion. I've learned that in the years that I've been purchasing makeup. Thankfully, I'm no longer holding on to the crutches that I can still use any blush out there, because I can't. And as for the lip products, I'm good on lip products, and none of those lip products are even really calling to me. There are a lot of reds. I don't really wear red, so easy skip on that. Tom Ford is coming out with a new foundation. It is called the Shade and Illuminate Soft Radiance Foundation, and it also has sunscreen 50, SPF 50. I like the range. The range actually looks halfway decent. I'm not mad at the range, although medium complexions actually don't look like they have very much. Anyways, I like the range. I think it's good. I think I could find a shade if I truly wanted to. I would probably be Madagascar or Nutmeg, but I'm leaning, yeah, I'd probably be Nutmeg actually, but this is way too expensive. I already know that it's too much. It's $150. Yeah, no. There are 39 shades, which is really good. They also come with 2 new brushes, it looks like. Overall, I think this is a good range. I think if you're into high-end foundations, go for it. I have way too many foundations, and I haven't gotten through all that many this year. Granted, the year just started, but still, I was hoping I would get through a couple more, even to now. So I definitely don't even need to be looking halfway at a foundation, especially not one that costs $150. Too Faced is extending their Clover range and they have added a bronzer. This bronzer is supposed to combine 3 different shades so that it can work on everyone. I think that no, there's no way that this is going to work on my complexion. And this is somebody who is obsessed with bronzer. If you guys have seen, I've done a bronzer hunt multiple times. I've done bronzer collections multiple times. I review bronzers quite a bit on my channel. And I know that this is not going to work for me. So if you're somebody that's my complexion, I feel like if you're darker than like an Alyssa Ashley, don't check for this. Like, don't. It's just not going to work for you. No shade, no tea. I mean, I guess it looks okay. But for me, it's not compelling enough because I know the shade is not going to work for me at all. The one that is compelling enough for me is the Alamar Cosmetics Trios. I did talk about these in my wishlist video. I am very, very interested in the darker trio. Now, the one thing that could potentially stop me from purchasing this is that they have like under eye setting powders, and then they also have a bronzer and a contour. I don't really use contours. I actually still use a cooler tone for a bronzer. It just depends on my mood. But I don't really use under eye powders that are pressed like this. And I've already kind of figured out my favorites. I have the powders that I plan to get through this year just because I don't need them in my collection anymore. But overall, I'm not really checking for that one powder, but overall, do I want it? Yes, I do. It is $25. You can also get the brush for $36. I would get the 36 combo, but I can't. Next, one of my favorite brands coming out of 2019, Lunar Beauty, has sneak peeked that they're coming out with something. If I could predict what they're coming out with, I would say that it's probably blush. You guys know I have a blush thing lately. I've really been loving the glowy cheek aspect, especially if it's like a glowy blush, a shimmery blush. Your girl has been checking for it. And this looks to be more of a natural finish, but because I enjoy Lunar Beauty so much, it's going to be hard not to get this. I'm not going to pretend. I'm not going to lie. But I do have a caveat. If I'm remembering correctly, Lunar Beauty is sold on Beautylish, and I have a gift card for Beautylish that I have not used. So I'm looking at you, Lunar Beauty. Depending on what they produce, I may use that gift card in the second month of my no-buy year. Another thing that I'm actually checking for, ColourPop is doing a collaboration with Sailor Moon. Like I said in my wish list, I've never watched Sailor Moon. I've never read the books, although I could. They're not books, they're manga. But either way, I could, but I just haven't. Either way, I am checking for that watermelon shimmery blush. I would love to somehow become in possession of that. It is just something that is right up my alley. What I will probably do is try and look in my collection to see if I have something that I think would work to alleviate my desires when it comes to that. But as of right now, I haven't done it because I am really just enjoying my current blush combination. So yeah. What is this? What brand is this? Milani is doing a collaboration with Salt and Pepper. I said pepper. Girl, Salt and Pepper. Them. I love them. I mean, who doesn't? I mean, if you were a 90s kid or older, come on. You knew you were checking for Salt and Pepper. Anyways, if I could, I would probably get both of the lip duos. I'd probably lean more towards the cooler, like brownie one, but I'd probably get the other one too. But that's it. I wouldn't like the eyeshadow palettes. I know me. They just wouldn't get any use. But definitely that cool tone brown, that would get some use. Give Me Glow is sneak peeking that they have a new palette coming out. It is called the Extra Spicy palette. They're releasing it They're releasing it for summer, so I'm excited to see what is actually going to be in there. I have not purchased a single Give Me Glow palette. I've just I've just purchased their singles, and I love their formula. I love their singles, but I just have never purchased a palette for them. Maybe this one will be the ticket. Zoeva is releasing some Visionary Light multi-use face powders where they have 3 different shades, and I like the fact that they're saying it's multi-use powder. They're not saying that's specifically a blush. They're not saying it's specifically a highlighter. They're just saying if you like the shade and you think you can get some use out of it, go ahead and get it. Now granted, you can do that with anything, but I actually do like these colors. If I could pick one, I would pick the orange tone. That's just something that I would get more use out of other than the other 2 shades. I know I wouldn't, but I don't think I necessarily would need this product, but we'll see what people say and go from there. The next product is from Linda Hallberg Cosmetics. She seems to be releasing a liquid eyeshadow formula. If you didn't know, Linda Hallberg has literally been wow, get it together. Her business has been, they've been stolen from 3 times. I think she said this year already. So Linda Hallberg, her factory has already been stolen from 3 times. And that's a really unfortunate. So presumably she probably wanted to get this product out even sooner, but has unfortunately not been able to. So I would recommend, if you see any Linda Hallberg products right now that are floating on places that you think they ought not be floating on, I would not get them, because you're giving money to people who have been stealing from her. That being said, she's coming out with the liquid eyeshadow formula. I have quite a few liquid eyeshadows, and I love all the formulas that I have, don't get me wrong, but I don't use them very frequently. So I'm going to pass, let alone this looks like a lot of products. So I'm just going to pass. And yeah, I'm excited to see what color she comes out with. Maybe if she comes out with a color that is unreal and I really can't live without it, then I will. But until then, I'm gonna live without it. Morphe has come out with 2 new setting sprays, one that is luminous and the other one is like a mattifying. The mattifying is actually in their continuous setting mist, and the only reason why I'm halfway talking about that product is because I actually already went through one of their continuous setting mists, and I actually really did like the misting. What I will say is that I actually already finished that spray. I feel as though their mattifying spray is going to be similar to all of these other charcoal sprays where you have the charcoal and the water separating, and when you shake it up, they're together. But a lot of people have problems with these types of sprays because when they do that, they still get splotches all over their face. So theoretically, Morphe may be coming out with one of the better mattifying charcoal based sprays because it's in that continuous setting mist, and it's so fluffy and airy that it won't create the splotches on people's faces. I've never had that problem, but if you have, maybe go for it. Morphe's products are never that expensive. I think the spray is like $15 or $10 somewhere in there, and you know there are plenty of discount codes out in the world. Marc Jacobs has released 3 different colors in his Glow Away bronzing coconut body sticks. I love that he created 3 different colors. I was halfway concerned that that was not a thing, but he created 3 different colors for light, medium, and deeper complexions. I may get this. No, that's not what I meant to say. I would get this if this is something that I actually use, but your girl doesn't use these type of products, so it is an easy pass. Baby Bat Beauty is coming out with liquid highlighters. Once again, I don't use very many liquid products. I am trying to get into them. So this would be a product that if I see anybody review, I believe, what is her name? I can see her face. Oh, I did a collaboration with her. Oh my God. Why? Hold on. I'm pretty sure that Butte Bean actually gets PR from them, or actually just purchases a lot from this brand. So I'll be excited to see if she does review them, and if she doesn't, I'm sure that Amy Hart's Makeup will, because she also does a lot of their brands, and she does a lot of indie brands as well. If I could pick a shade right now just to try, I would probably try Flare, just because I think that's a shade that I could actually get a lot of use out of, and I could actually probably use it as a glowy blush as well. A brand that I talked about in my Wishlist is also coming out with some more products that I was interested in. It is Glam Vice Cosmetics. They're coming out with pastel liners that actually look to be glow in the dark kind of. I am very, very excited. They're probably coming out with more liners because a lot of people are purchasing them because they are a good product, and they look to be water activated based on how the brushes were swatched. So I'm very, very excited to potentially bring some of these into my collection. I think they could be really good, like looks like for looks like this where I want like a graphic look. I think, yeah, this is my last product already. I'm here to talk about Milani. Milani looks to be coming out with some new highlighters and also eye toppers. I think they look really, really pretty, but it's nothing that I truly, truly need. Honestly, the 3 shades that they look to be coming out with, which is one that's like pinky purple, the other one looks to be peachy orange, and the last one looks to be like a blue brown pigment. Those 3 shades I can actually find in some of my highlighter palettes that I have from ABH, so I don't feel a need to actually bring those into my collection. That being said, like I said, those are all the products that I have to talk to you guys about. If we could count up all the products that I'm really interested in, I think those pastel liners look really nice. Those liquid highlighters from Beauty Bat Baby look nice. That continuous setting spray looks nice, and that's something I actually might pick up because I don't have very many setting sprays left in my collection. I'm interested in the Give Me Glow eyeshadow palette. I'm interested in the Olimar Beauty bronzer. I'm interested in the ColourPop blush, and then Lunar Beauty. So 7 products that I am interested in as of right now. Who knows if they're going to make it on my wish list. I will probably do another wish list in about 4 or so months and see what products off of all of the must-have, must-gags that I've done up to date I'm interested in, really want to add to that list. That being said, one last thing. If you want me to actually do this series now every week, let me know. I just need to wrap up my series that I did last year on the opposite weekends. I just need to wrap up the series that I was doing on the opposite weekend last year, and then I can start and probably will start doing these every week just so I can keep my ideas fresh and just open and all that jazz. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and as always, y'all, it has